found the Laid Off Lads podcast, where three average guys from Central Florida discuss anything but average topics and have all the time to do it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Laid Off Lads podcast. We are officially turning 18 years old today. Hey. As always, we have fucking Phil. Fucking Phil. We just started, and he gets up and runs away.
God, talk for like 30 minutes.
I know, literally.
I forgot to open my blinds.
Oh my gosh. Phil and Gary on the line, and Christopher Boyce. Birthday boy, as of yesterday.
Birthday boys.
Yeah, man. Happy 50th.
Not yet.
No, it's your 50th.
All right. If you want it to be.
When can you start to apply for AARP?
Is that 55? I have no idea. What the hell is AARP?
I don't really know the answer to that.
So with AARP, when can you get your Denny's discount, dude?
That's true.
Soon.
When can you start to collect Social Security?
67?
Will
60.
you be able to collect Social Security when it comes to your age? Because I know we sure as hell won't.
I didn't think so. I've never thought so. So we'll see.
Are you more excited about Denny's or Social Security?
Social Security. Take that money.
Yeah, because then you can buy more Denny's and still get a Denny's discount.
Or you can pay back for all of the unemployment checks that you fraudulently have taken from them.
Dude, my unemployment is rolling in after being backed up. It's like I got on the phone finally with a plumber, but the plumber is just a plumber for money. And they unclogged it, and I just got money flowing into my bank account.
Good analogy.
I love it. No, it's great.
I'm not a big birthday. Are you guys big birthday people?
No.
I'm not either. And it sucks because I feel bad for my wife because she wants to do all the stuff. Hey, what do you want for your birthday? And going back to however many topics we've talked about, I'm not big on things. I don't need things. So she's pulling teeth to try to get me to say something. Then yesterday it's like, all right, it's your birthday. What do you want for dinner? I'm like, I don't care. I don't always eat dinner. I just pick up the scraps of whatever's left. We got to do this. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Have Cameron choose. So I had Cameron choose dinner. So it's like everybody's trying to do the good things for you, and you just want to be left alone. Like, that's what I want for my birthday, to be left alone. But you can't be, because there's an expectation. It's your birthday. Everything's got to go this way. I'm like, no, I don't want it to go that way. Leave me alone.
So I take it if we're all not like birthday people, do any of you guys, I know the answer to this probably, celebrate birthday weeks?
God, no.
Unless you're in a relationship.
Birthday week?
No.
Like the whole
week.
I'm not even calling it a birthday week. Like, yeah, we might do during your week of your birth, but I'm not saying, hey, on day 1 of your birthday week, we are going to go here. On day 2, we're going to book a hotel and we're going to stay here. No, that. Like,
Jeez.
Just do it.
No, I meant like on the other end. That's more of like a girl thing, in my personal opinion.
We have a fella at work that was just talking about his birthday week and being very exuberant about his birthday week.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if my birthday was yesterday, Monday or Tuesday, would this entire
would be your
week?
birthday week, yes.
It would start like on a payroll, yeah. So Sunday starts your birthday week.
I couldn't tolerate one day, let alone a week.
Boyce's birthday week.
But the worst is, like, if you're in a relationship and you get in a fight, God forbid, during the birthday week,
Oh my god.
it f***s up the entire week.
I had Cameron blow out my candles. I had him open up my presents. I'm like, let's just get this over with.
So it was his birthday almost more
I was
than it was
gonna say,
yours.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So that's the thing. Why don't you start a tradition to where you just get everyone gifts on your birthday? That way it's kind of
You were
giving
born,
back.
so
You
he
feel
was
good.
born, so therefore it's technically his birthday.
No, because I'm the last of the huge group. So we've got my 2 stepsons, my wife, my son, my daughter, my in-laws. Like, everybody has a birthday within 1 month. So from the last week of
It's an
March
expensive
through,
month.
that's 2 months. Up until me, it's insanity. So no, everybody's had their birthday. Mine's the last one. It's like, thank God it's all over.
You're the aftershock, though, man. That's what they're celebrating. They want to celebrate you.
God, it's horrible.
The end.
There's a cool thing that my family does, actually. I don't know if you've ever heard of Elfster.
What?
Yeah,
Never
the
heard
app that puts your face on the L.
No, that's
Oh.
Elf Me or Elf
What?
myself. I don't care. Okay, so Elfster, it's a pretty cool app, and I'm not even gonna lie because my mom did it. So shout out to my mother who always listens to these pods. But anytime that like you're out and about or doing something, you think like, oh, this is cool, just plug it into this Elfster thing, and it's basically just a wish list, and it sends it out to your group and your family. So God forbid, I mean, months from now, you're going to forget like, oh, that was cool. But at least saved it to your Elfster. And so your family can just go into your Elfster and see like what your wish list is for like the year. So they can do it for even Christmas, holidays, and just just kind of a cool way to gift things or to find out what someone wants.
What's the
My pop is the
funniest
same
thing?
way.
Like, what's the funniest thing that you take a picture of? Because, like, around the corner, there's a helicopter tour like thing that always takes off. I can just walk by there, take a picture of that, and be like, I want a helicopter.
No. So not a picture. Go up to it. Like if you scan like the
barcode.
It'll automatically load where to find it. So it'll like even put a link to Amazon for it. It'll put a link to Target. So that way someone can just click on it and hit buy and boom, gone. And then it'll show everyone in the family that it's already been bought.
We have that for Amazon. We do that. The wish list for
the Amazon
holidays for our family.
Yeah.
So I put things on. I need like toothpaste, and I put like razors on there and deodorant. I'm just like, whatever I would get shopping, I'm just gonna put that on my list.
Metamucil.
Yeah, I got that. I got 2 things of Metamucil from my in-laws. Whatever.
Technology, I get a hold of that wish list.
Technology is cool. That's the age that we're in, and that you can just kind of scan something, and everything's like QR codes now, and just scan it, send it. Here's a link to 15 different spots, and here's the lowest cost, but here's where you'll get it faster, and you can just sort it by all of these things. It's cool. I mean, just like Amazon alone, no wonder. What's his name? Jeff Bezos.
Bezos.
Who actually, I don't know if you guys saw, they just bought out. Are about to buy out MGM Studios, which for me is a bit of interest because I don't know if you can tell from over here, but I have some Bond posters behind my couch. I'm a big James Bond fan, and that is MGM Studios. So curious to see what they do with that.
Have you seen the Amazon like store, like the staffless stores?
There's one that's opening up right in Millennia.
I'm not sure, but that was a concept that I thought about a long time ago. Of like, why don't they have a smart cart of something to where the moment you drop something in your cart, it automatically tallies it up for you, and then you have like your card reader right there on your handle. All you got to do is just walk out of the store, swipe your card, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. To hell with staff, to hell with everything. You just need logistics side of things and stockers.
Well, they do that at Whole Foods now?
They bought Whole Foods, I thought.
They did. I thought they had that concept at Whole Foods. Do they not?
There's some convenience stores that have that. Small on a smaller scale. Not even convenience stores. Like like a when I was in Dallas, I was staying at, I don't remember what the hotel's name was, Hilton or something maybe, and in the downstairs by the front desk there was a little convenience store where you can get your Cokes and toothbrushes or anything that you kind of needed. But there was nobody that manned this open convenience store. It was just a tag of.
They had that here in America?
Yeah.
Based on the honor system? You put an honor system store in America.
Yep. And you scan your card or you do whatever. Yeah. It's just, I feel like it could go that way. Now, on a bigger scale, when you're talking
groups hear that.
Suburban Connecticut, maybe.
Yeah,
get away with that.
No, this was in Dallas.
Now they call it looting. Here's a staffless convenience store. Everything's free. I know that I've seen that over in like Switzerland and like Netherlands, but I've never heard of it here.
I mean, this is a small scale. The most expensive thing in that convenience store probably is $25 or something like that, So to beat on a big scale, like I'm sure if anybody's going to figure it out, it's going to be Amazon. They have figured out a bunch of stuff, and they've kind of reinvented the way that everybody shops and the what we look for and how we look for it now. Because the first thing on anybody's mind is much like that of Google. Well, I'm going to Google something. You don't say I'm going to Yahoo something. I'm going to Mozilla Firefox something. You say I'm going to Google something. Well, when you're shopping and you get your phone, you're thinking about it. Oh, let me see what it's like on Amazon. Not let me see what it's like on Walmart.com or The Walmart
Everything
app.
is just straying away from like old school business of like human interaction. Everything is now individualized, and you have to individualize yourself, the way that you go about your business, and now they're taking away like human interaction everywhere. So now it's like contactless shopping. You just go in there yourself, you pop in headphones, do whatever you want, and then you just leave. There's no interaction between humans anymore.
No, but yet there is still a large portion of people in the world that want that human interaction. So it's integrating it into the right industries, right? Because people still come to the theme parks here in Central Florida to see Elsa and to see Cinderella and Shrek
pay
and
for
whoever.
those.
Yeah,
You pay for those human
but
interactions.
you pay for a product to get sent to your house in 2-day delivery. So there is still, you still want the human interaction. You don't want to go to these parks and just not see a live show or a live,
Before,
performance.
remember, it was a knock on the door. Here's your mail.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're still interacting face to face. Now it's throw my package at the door, take a picture as proof that, hey, I was there, and now leave.
Right. Yeah. So in some aspects, but I think a vast majority of people would say that is much better than what it was. It comes with certain issues. You have people that now especially during like the months of November through January, go from door to door in neighborhood and just take Amazon packages off of your front door. But that's how Ring camera and all these camera systems have been so big, because now you can catch anybody doing it.
Or you have people going door to door trying to make a living, and you have two jackasses here tell them to off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Read the sign.
Read the sign.
Y'all are mean, man. They're just trying to make a living.
No.
At least listen to their pitch.
No.
Practice.
We're not mean. Read. You walk up and there's a sign right in your face that says no solicitation.
Mine's a nice
walk
sign
away.
too. It's got a little like
I don't care if you
type
walk
thing
up and
on
you're
it.
trying to. Yeah. I don't care if you try to like walk up and sell something and you're trying to make a living. Just look at this. If it says no solicitation, walk your ass away.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's like, what do you do
at
when
your old address?
Right.
I would send people to your house. I would send service people to your house just to piss you off.
I wasn't pissed. I told him, nope, I'm good, thank you. If you see the sign, please remove yourself from my property. Simple as that. Hey, what do you do in your car? Big bright sign that says stop. Your ass stops. You can read there.
Allegedly.
Read my fucking sign on my door.
Allegedly.
When you're downtown driving, there's two big red lights. Do you stop, Ferris?
Sometimes.
When he's sober.
No. It's actually the only time I've ever like ran through them is when I am sober.
And I
get
ran
distracted sometimes. Like I have ADD. I'm fairly like I've never been tested. I don't know if you still test for that or they just give you pills, but I'm fairly positive I have ADD.
Dude, I can tell you do just by every single like your knee is bouncing up and down right now. I can tell you
yes. Last week I want to apologize to everybody because this is my like last week was the first time in my new setup here, and I have a chair that swivels. So I was doing this the entire pod, and
I was mentally giving you credit for it. I'm like, look at Ferris loosening up.
Well,
It's ready,
letting
man.
the pod, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, God, this is annoying. All I'm doing is this the entire time. So now I'm trying to be more steady, but now my knee is shaking.
You're as stiff as a board every pod. You're just like, boom, you don't move. Your head stays the same. You have this sort of like judgy look in your eyes because you're looking down and you refuse to move. So it looks like you have this look of judgment where you're just like, mm-hmm. But last week you were like, all right, you were a little bit more loose. It was great.
I was like this the entire time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm annoying myself. And I was the one that did it.
We'll record it and just do some sort of song over it. Find a song that best matches up with it. But no, I can always tell. Like you're always fidgeting or always when you're sitting down, bouncing your knees. Sometimes I want to pop you because like if someone's at the same table, and like their knee is shaking, it makes the entire like table shake, and I'm like, I'm gonna murder someone.
I try not to do that, but
I was like that with pens during meetings. I'm always like twisting pens around my fingers and tapping them. I can't stand still.
That's why I enjoyed making side bets with everyone during meetings.
I missed that
because it took away from the actual topic of the meeting and like what I'm thinking internally, and rather focusing on winning some money during meetings.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay saying now that this is exactly what happens during.
It gave them the meeting's purpose.
Correct.
Yeah.
When you have a little
I always thought
vested
you were
interest
cheating.
in it, you kind of,
You do. But we make stupid side bets. Stupid. What
All the
color were
time.
the shoes?
All
What
the
color
time.
shirt is the person going to be wearing?
How late
I'd
will they
least-
show up to the
Every time.
meeting?
How
Yeah.
late? How many times is he going to say this word?
Yeah, over or under 5 times they're going to say that word.
Oh, man. I got taken for a ride those first few meetings.
Yeah, you do.
I was in for a
That's
rude
because
awakening.
you weren't. That's because you weren't in there as much. Where boys, Ryan and myself were in there a bunch, and boys threw out stuff that he knew the person that always ran that meeting would do.
Got conned 100%.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, he got rocked.
I loved Ryan's game. Ryan's game where he would choose about 10 words before the meeting and assigned a point value to each word. And you had to use those words during a meeting, and whoever got the most points won.
That's a good one.
You know
too.
Ryan's brain. Ryan's like the little brainiac, so he comes up with these crazy ass words and like, all right, how am I going to use this in a sentence during this meeting and tally up the points to see who wins at the end? It was brilliant.
The hard part was trying not to laugh when like you won a bet or you were proud, not like trying to cheer or.
Oh,
you
I cracked a
lost,
couple
but-
times, man.
Oh, man, it was tough.
Where the dude running the meeting was like, what's going on over there? You laughing? And I'm just like fucking losing my shit and like, no, I was just thinking of something. And you try to play out of those moments where you just
Lost
laughing.
$10 on you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you do the mouth cover. I couldn't
Yeah.
make eye contact with some people
Yeah, it was very hard.
because you know exactly what they're thinking. And you're just like, oh man, internalize it. So, anyways,
Well,
Amazon jobs, easier shopping. Which, speaking of Amazon, how about the ease it is to order something off of Alexa?
I don't trust Alexa.
I
like
don't
anything
trust
listening
it,
to me.
especially after what we did at card nights. a
If
few months back.
you
Yeah, that was
if
too
you
easy.
guys want to
That
play
was
a
way too
perfect
easy.
prank, yes, absolutely. And that's to our point is at poker night, one of our good buddies, Brad, had his Alexa just off to the side playing music. And when he got up to go grab a drink or to go make some food or something, what did you add to the list?
We added all sorts of stuff.
Some
we
underwear.
Added, no, we added troll underwear.
That's it.
added,
Trolls kids underwear.
Tampons, I think. No, what else did we add? We added like 4 or 5 just outrageous, just weird things, like just some socks. We had some kid socks or something, I think, to it. And to our surprise, what was the easiest part of it is we told Alexa to order it, and she went, "Oh, do you want to order what's in your cart?" And then she started to list all these things in your cart, and all we had to say was yes. And she was like, "Okay, card 04231 has just been charged and should be." And we were just like, oh, "This is
But
brilliant."
there was a long pause when it was like, would you like to purchase this? And we all just kind of looked at each other at a glance.
yes.
And there was just a subtle word of yes that just came out of someone's mouth. I don't know who it was. Yes, order. And
It was like a $70 order. But the cool thing also about Amazon is how easy you can just send it back. No questions asked, just send it back. They have drop-off stations everywhere.
it is true, but we did get caught ultimately. I mean, the Trolls underwear showed up at this place and he texted the group chat. He's like, did you all order this? And we all played stupid. We're like, no, where this
His
came
wife
from.
ended up getting it.
His wife caught us because I guess Alexa records the playback of whatever is said.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, so you didn't know that? He might have
No.
just texted me personally. So it records the voice of whatever is read. So he
Smart.
sent me the audio message of whatever we ordered, and then Alexa going, "Is this what you want to order?" And someone yelling, "Yes, place order," or something like that. He sent me the audio of it, and I was like, yeah, that was us." And he was laughing the whole time. He wasn't
Smart
mad. but-
girl.
Yeah.
Great.
Good times.
That is pretty brilliant. Well, that was our opening tangent. I think I'm gonna get another beer real quick. So hold on.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to get yelled at for getting up.
Boys, provide content. for the
Content.
next little bit.
Just start singing.
No. So now that they're gone, we're going to talk some serious about Ferris and Phil. No, I can't do that. Popeyes has a new chicken sandwich out, blackened chicken. It's grilled. I wouldn't touch it because it's not fried. That's the beauty of Popeyes chicken. That crispy bread. Love it. Love something at Popeyes. Anyway, here comes
Okay.
Phil.
We back.
You see, Texas has an open carry thing now that you don't have to have a permit at all. So anybody, no permit, no license, can just open carry a gun like Wild West style in Texas now. They just
Natural selection, baby. Love it.
Yeah.
Natural selection. I think I'm actually about to. I'm buying a Ruger.
All right.
I am. Because I've had my concealed weapons permit for a long time, but just never found like the right gun, or didn't even go to gun shows to buy. So I'm sitting there. So if I ever get in like a standoff or something, all I have with me is just my permit. So I'm just gonna whip it out and show.
It's hard to conceal carry. I got my
It really
permit
is.
years ago, and I've got a gun that's small, that's meant for concealed carry. And I've probably purchased about 7 or 8 different kinds of concealed carry holsters and things like that. And it's just not comfortable.
No,
It's hard
I
to
think
tuck something inside of your pants because your pants typically fit your waist the way they should. So to stick a gun in there, and unless you've got an elastic waistband, it's not comfortable.
I mean, you can't wear a holster because it has to be concealed. Right. So they have like smart holsters or something. Yeah, just fit right in there. They're really tiny, and I don't know.
Yeah, I've tried them all.
I'm always just petrified of just the one instant of a gun accidentally going off and it's holstered up. You just shoot yourself square in the ass cheek, and it's just through and through. Yeah.
I never chamber my round, which doesn't make sense.
That would be stupid. Yeah,
I don't chamber my round, but I practice doing the draw. Boom, boom.
How fast you can?
Yeah, because that's.
Yeah. No, I'd mess up somehow.
All right. Well, thank you for filling the void. Phil, what do you have in there, my friend?
She said.
Back to the original, the same Keanu.
Ah, nice. Boys,
I think I'm going to go back.
Sierra Nevada. Big.
Oh, nice.
Little big something.
Cool. Every now and again, Publix will do buy one, get one on Sierra Nevada. And they have a lot of IPA options and stuff. I'm doing a Pacifico and lime. Me favorite beer ever. All right. Moving over to what's the topic. We got another list for you today. Gentlemen, do you know what list we're doing?
No clue.
Feel?
I just had about 6 different just really bad thoughts come through my mind, and I don't want to be mean, so I'm going to keep those to myself.
Okay, thank you very much. Today we're going to cover a list that I stumbled upon on strangelist.com, and it is 10 strangest facts you want to know.
How the were we going to guess that?
I don't know, but that's just kind of helps to show that you guys have no clue what we're talking about, and neither do I, because I haven't really gone through the list. It just seems like a fun list to go through. So
is that a Bigfoot mug?
It is. Bigfoot. Pikes Peak. We got married in Colorado. Went to Pikes Peak, and that's one of the mugs we got.
I got to find that picture of Ferris.
For what?
I captured a picture of you backstage walking just like Bigfoot. and I put a side by side of like those
I remember this.
Really weird, like I think I saw a Bigfoot picture.
You got to find
side by side with him.
Please find that.
I know I have it somewhere. I do have to find it.
That's awesome.
I do remember you taking
I would just send you random the one of you and Gru in the background. I'm sorry. Go ahead with the weird list.
I have one with me in the background of the former great Stan Lee.
I remember that.
Cool. Yeah. Showed up online and everything because we had
Obama, wasn't you had your glasses on? You were sort of like James
we had gotten a call that he was going to be stopping by and wanted to pop over and see the Marvel characters, and I was helping to facilitate the meet and greet, and kind of had to put a little security blanket around, just kind of keeping guests around. We just kind of had to form a circle, one of those type of things. But I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. And next thing I know, I just saw online, somebody sent it to me, and they're like, "Hey, did you meet Stan Lee today?" And I was like, I didn't like shake his hand and like personally meet him, but I did. I was in his presence, helped him with something, and boom.
Jack,
Anyways, top 10 lists of the strangest things that you need to know or you want to know. Number 10. Did you guys know that cat's pee is fluorescent?
Yellow?
It's
That's
fluorescent. It shines in the dark under ultraviolet light because of its chemical composition, which contains phosphorus and uric acid crystals.
Is that different than whatever a cat sprays when it's marking its territory?
That's weird.
I thought skunks did that. I didn't know cats sprayed stuff.
Cats do that apparently.
Cat
Well,
spray. Yep.
the pee on, yes, the pee on stuff that, yeah.
But I think the pee is different than the spray. Like the spray has an odor that's just insane. I took in a stray cat one time in my life. I hate cats. And this thing did something on our couch that was just unbearable. Like we had to throw it away. And it wasn't just pee. What I understood at the time was cats have a spray to mark the territory that's independent of their pee. We'll have to look that up later.
But it is one thing. It could be similar because what this is saying is if you can't find, like if you smell your cat's pee but you can't find it, you don't know where it's at because it's not showing up, just turn off the lights with a black light bulb and
it's like jizz in a hotel room.
That's weird.
Sure. What's weird?
My question is, are you going to bleep out jizz when you edit this?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't think I will. There are certain things that I don't. I try to avoid the big words like those usually are the main two.
Speaking of
See
two,
you next Tuesdays. Try to remember two. Number 9. Or Phil, did you look up something on cats?
No.
Okay, you said like that's weird. I don't know if you saw their spray stuff or whatever Boyce was talking about. Coca-Cola used to be a cleaner.
I believe that.
I thought it used to contain actual cocaine. Like
I believe it did. Yeah. I believe it did. But the famous drink was born in 1886 as a digestive syrup. Is so acidic that it works even as a cleaner. Its phosphoric acid with pH level of 2.8 could even kill a snail or dissolve a nail in 4 days.
We used to have Coke syrup growing up.
Put in your body, yeah.
They used to give kids Coke syrup. I think it's if you had a cough. But it was like the whatever makes Coca-Cola without the water, the carbonated water, and they would give you that when you had a cold.
Acid and pH levels, I guess. It cleans. You could do it by trying to clean oil stains, ballpoint pen, and even the toilet with it. So I'm sure it will clean out your system quite well if you needed to.
I know back in the day it was hard at the 20s and the 30s and beyond before that. But these guys had Coke, they had heroin, they had all these things that were these sort of like snake oil. Hey, you got this ailment, this will fix it. Here's some heroin for you. Here's some Coke. It was like Amsterdam.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, but it's one of those things that is in moderation. So when I was young and I had a cold, my mom would give me just a little bit of Jameson or an Irish whiskey with lemon and honey, just a little bit as a baby, as a kid. But that little bit would help clear things up and would help clear up that like congestion. So I think with all of those things you're talking about, it was unknown. It was because these things are working on people, but in moderation. You start doing too much opioids and heroin and all of this, your body is going to be overloaded. Same thing. If you have too much alcohol, you get pissed drunk.
Yep.
But if you have a beer or two, most people, you're fine, right? So it's just everything in moderation. If you take a ton of Coke, your organs are going to clean itself out, apparently. Cockroaches.
Ooh.
Number 8.
Them.
Yep. Can survive without their heads.
That I've heard.
I did not know that. I knew they could survive in a nuclear war or something, but guess how long they can survive without their heads for?
1 week.
30 minutes.
Or Phil was closest. Up to 9 days.
Wow. What the hell are they doing during that time?
I don't know the answer to that. This is because they're having no blood pressure in its head. If you cut it, the cockroach will starve to death on the 9th day. Interesting.
That's weird. I wonder if it's actually has any sense of awareness, or if it's just sitting there, but it's still technically alive.
I don't know. But there are other animals that have this. Do you know those other animals?
Chicken.
No.
No, hang
Well,
on.
there's a whole saying based off of that.
Is it
Run
an
around like a
insect?
chicken with his head cut off.
Let me see. 2 are
Insect
insects.
mammal.
One is a reptile.
So a snake
Snake is one. Yep.
and
I know
I'm gonna
lizards
go
regrow
on.
their
I don't know.
tails.
They can regenerate their tail.
They're
I'm gonna go with
annoying.
a cicada.
No.
Yikes.
Cricket.
Crickets. Yep.
Boom.
And these are annoying
Oh,
that
another
you.
one?
Yep. That you have to swat.
Fly.
So all those things can live without their heads.
For a period of time. Yes.
That's crazy.
So that's why when you go to kill a cockroach, not that anybody's taking like a guillotine to.
I was going to
A
say, based off of
cockroach.
last week's topic,
Yeah,
maybe that's not
exactly.
the way to go. The guillotine, if you're certain creatures.
That's why you step on it. The head, body, the whole thing goes.
Sure.
Guts go everywhere. Boom. Done.
Let's say ISIS would have a field day with them.
So.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Not that's
That's what ISIS does its experiments on.
I don't know.
That's okay.
ISIS.
Yep. America. Boys, miss your hat.
Mark.
Okay. Number 7 on the list. I have no clue how to say this. Absolutely none. It is a bunch of letters jumbled together is the best way I can describe it. It's like land, fair, pew, fluent, grocery, train, turn on, rob, scene, influence, kind. It's just a bunch of L's, A's, G's, I's, O's. See, it's a bunch of letters put
Is that
together.
the town in
Yes.
England? Or is it somewhere in the UK?
Wales. Yes.
Wales. Yeah.
Yes.
I saw a video clip of a weatherman one time actually pronouncing the name of that place. It's insane. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, they have it. Lanvier, Poli, Queen, Gil, Go, Ro, Crew, Durable, Lettuce. I'll
Sounds
send
like
you
you're having
guys
a
this.
stroke.
It absolutely does. I will have to send that to you guys so you guys can try to save it because it's
Just put it
hell
in
of an
Google
English.
Translate.
I could do that.
Give me the first 6 letters.
No, it's not going to probably do it that way. Hold on.
No, it is because it's going to pull it up on Google. Give me the first 6 letters.
LLAN. Fair.
Boom.
Done.
LLA.
Got it.
Did.
Angsley. Gee, what the hell?
Told you.
What the hell is that?
It's not an error.
Who up on the keyboard and is like, this is my new city name.
It's the name of a large village on the island of Ainsley in Wales, where
Idiots.
3,107 people live.
Idiots. Here we go. Google.
Got to put it up to the mic.
Oh, hang on. I guess I'll have to do it from my phone.
But it's this is the longest place name in the United Kingdom and one of the longest in the world with 58 characters. So one of the longest in the world. So there's others that are longer.
Obnoxious.
I never even knew this was a place.
I've heard of it. I thought that was the longest, so I'd be curious to see what the other longest ones are.
Yeah, with 58 characters.
Oh, dude, this is speaking it. Okay, you ready for it?
Yeah.
Got the Stephen Hawking version there.
It is.
Wow.
That's the only version it gives me, man.
The only thing that can pronounce it is AI.
Oh, hang on. I got the female version of it. You ready?
Yep.
Go, go,
Go,
go.
go, go.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go for short.
God, can you imagine having to write out like a editor or something on it, like, you know, to send a editor from there?
envelope.
You have to take up the entire freaking envelope. All right, number 6 on the list. F period, U period, C period, K period is undoubtedly one of the coarsest words in the English language, and one of the strangest facts you should know is its origin, which comes from ancient England. At that time, sex was not allowed as enjoyment, but only to conceive, and to have sex, you had to ask the king for permission. It said that he was authorizing it through a plaque that read, "Fornication under consent of the king," which gave rise to the world.
Wow.
That's pretty interesting.
So that's the root of the word.
Yeah, fornication under consent of the king.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Fascinating.
is also a noun, adjective, verb, and an adverb.
Well,
I think
yeah,
over time it's morphed.
yeah, it's
into,
changed. Oh, yeah, it's morphed. But like that's when you see that word, it's when that word is spelled with a period, you know. But it used to be a big on English. It wasn't like an English clothing brand line.
No, that was
THUK
FC.
is
That was
Vietnamese.
FC UK. FC UK was the clothing line.
FC UK. Well, yeah, but they just changed it around a bit.
Yeah.
It's just
Correct.
essentially that.
Swap 2 letters.
Yep. That way it didn't. Yeah. Yeah. So I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, but no, it's French Connection. That's why. French Connection UK. That's why it's
Well,
FC UK.
It's fornication under consent of the king.
Okay.
Interesting. Number 5 on the list. We're halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Foot binding?
Don't like it.
It's a weird Chinese practice that was a symbol of beauty. The beginning of the 19th century, it's estimated that 40 to 50% of Chinese women had bandaged feet. This was a custom in the population due to feudal traditions. Women with large feet were much less likely to marry. It's estimated that more than 1 billion Chinese women had their feet bandaged from the late 10th century to the mid 20th century. Luckily, this tradition died, but this is one of the strangest facts that Shirley didn't know about Chinese culture.
Yeah, it's terrible. I remember learning about that in a history course.
I never even heard of that.
Is
They
that
essentially
similar?
have club feet.
Jesus. Is that similar to some of those cultures where they put the rings around their neck to elongate them, and
yeah.
other ones where they do stuff to the head to elongate the head, and they morph the body at a young age so it develops in a way
kind of
that's
adapt to it. Yeah.
Yep. That's one of the. That's crazy.
It's interesting. Like what even when you see that the people with like the big earring loops, you stretch out that and you do, like, at what point did we as a human race realize that we can alter our bodies at such a young state, or put them in a state of this is how you're going to be from now on?
Well, ultimately, it's what people find is like culturally acceptable within like their people. Like for America, it's you need breast implants, you need big boobs, you need a fat ass. Like
Lips.
it's
The lips thing
lips,
seems to be
big lips.
popular right now. I'm like, oh my god,
I can't stand it.
I
I'm
can't
like,
stand it either.
how
I'm
is
right
that
there
the
with you.
norm? How is
I
that
don't
the
want to. I
norm?
don't want to fake. Like I don't want a doll. I don't want like somebody faked up because they've been
Correct.
pumped full of so much implants and.
I had my own
So,
version of foot binding
Botox.
when I was a kid.
You what?
I had my own version of foot binding when I was a kid.
Oh my.
I had these. I played ice hockey as a kid. Really expensive. We didn't have a ton of money, so I worked at the ice rink here in Orlando as soon as I moved down here from Philly. And like a year into it, they remodeled the entire place, closed it down, and somebody left a pair of ice skates in one of the locker rooms. Really nice pair, but they were like 2 sizes too small. So when I first started there, they somewhat fit. I had to jam them in there, and they were tight. But as I grew, I was like 14, 15 years old. I wore them till I was like 17, 18. So as
Jeez,
my
man.
feet were growing, I still had these skates that were like 2 or 3 sizes too small because we couldn't afford to have real skates. So I always thought that my feet were smaller than they maybe should be because of that. They're 10, 10 and a half. It's not bad.
Well,
but
you also like for women back then, this would be a daily practice, and like they would wear them nonstop. For you, like at least you get to take your skates
That's
off.
true.
You're not wearing them 24/7.
That's true.
So it could have played an
God, that must
effect. I
have
don't
been
know.
painful though. Like I
Yeah.
know, like if I didn't wear the right kind of socks when I didn't even like have ice skates, but just when I played roller hockey, if I didn't have the right socks and really
I had calluses on my
bundled up my 100%.
big toe and my little toe that were just insane because they weren't wide enough. They don't stretch. They're not like shoes. They're hard.
Mhm. Crazy.
All right, moving along. Number 4, dolphins keep an eye out while sleeping.
That's cool.
Dolphins
I
will
believe
also
that.
try to you.
Well, they're the world's most adorable and intelligent aquatic mammals.
Dolphins are
I mean-
smart as hell.
Oh,
They are.
yeah, they are.
They are super intelligent. So that does not surprise me.
It's
watched The
because
Cove?
for say what?
Ever watch The Cove?
No,
That's
actually,
a horrible.
I've heard
thing
of
to
it.
watch. Yeah,
I've heard of it. I heard it's just weird and crazy.
it's disturbing.
Yeah,
Japanese Japanese have no respect for the sea life with their whale killing and their dolphin killing, but they basically herd these dolphins into this little cove and just spear them and slaughter
Well,
them.
they
It's
just
horrible.
did a docu-series or documentary on that on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but yeah.
I watched it. Yeah, that's disturbing, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to
And
watch that. Man.
It takes you behind the scenes. Some dude's like literally putting his life on the line to try to capture this stuff, and like they have an entire village that's under like government protection to keep people out from like recording what actually goes on there. And it's true. They herd these like
I don't like that.
complete groups and just slaughter them. Just slaughter them. It's terrible.
I don't like that. I mean, for me, I grew up, right there in the Gulf, and not in the Gulf, but right by the Gulf. So I have a appreciation for marine life, probably more than most, animals. And I'm not that. I don't want to see any animal have that done. But good Lord.
For those of you who don't know, Ferris is actually the main character in Free Willy.
Mhm.
So if you ever want to know a fun fact about him, there you go.
Yep. That's actually number 2 on the list here, coming up with the strangest facts that you can learn. But for the dolphins, it's because for them, breathing is voluntary and not a reflex. Therefore, they had to develop the ability to sleep while turning off only one of the hemispheres of their brain, while the other remains awake and controlling vital functions. That's why when sleeping dolphins float on the surface with one eye open and they flap protruding from the surface of the sea.
That takes sleep paralysis to a completely different level.
Yeah.
Good for them.
That's turning off hemispheres fears of the brain and keeping one on and trying to get rest. Like, that sounds complicated. Sounds stressful.
Animals are insane. Beautiful creatures.
Yes, dolphins are beautiful creatures, but yeah. Number 3 on the list: yes and no gestures. I'll read a little bit more on this one. It's a unique feature of Bulgaria.
The Bulgarians.
have you heard about the whole Bulgaria thing this week?
No,
That's
what happened?
Belarus. I'm sorry, never mind.
Oh.
Where the president of Belarus basically coordinated a hijacking of a plane.
Nice.
It's insane. It was one of the first state-sponsored hijackings ever.
Can't wait for that Netflix documentary.
Yeah. There's a blogger who was against the Belarus government. The president of Belarus is one of the last remaining dictators in Europe. So this guy was talking, the government feared for his life, left Belarus in 2019, then had a flight from wherever he was going to wherever he was going that went over Belarus. So as it was going over Belarus, the president of Belarus had these guys trailing him the entire time, knew that he was flying over there, and had jets, military jets, basically come up to the plane, force him down to the ground. Belarus called in a bomb threat to that flight, forced it to the ground, took the guy off the plane, and let them go. So he's probably being tortured or killed right now. So every country is just like, what the f***? You can't do this. Like, the government of a country called in a fake bomb threat, then used their military planes to take that plane to the ground
Where's the UN during all
just
this?
to arrest this
Jeez.
guy.
What nationality was the guy? Was he from Belarus?
Yeah.
On a citizen, on a
Yeah, but he left because he feared for his life. So he went to another country and they took him in as not a refugee, but I don't know, they call him something. But yeah, so now no European country will fly over Belarus. So I see all these pictures of these flight tracking apps where they show you, the lines of where these flights are going, and everybody's going whoop right around Belarus. They're not fucking around with it. He pissed off so many countries. It's a great story. It just came out a couple days ago. Check it out.
Wow, you have to send me that. I cannot wait for that documentary. That's gonna be crazy. Holy mackerel!
Sad and awesome at the same time.
My word. And then the year that we're currently in, that
was a ballsy move.
That's crazy.
Yeah, imagine the U.S. did that.
But you can't get away with that stuff anymore with how fast news and cell phones. And,
clearly, you can. Is anyone doing shit about it?
No, but he didn't get away with it. He got caught, and now people are flying around Belarus. God Almighty!
It just affect the economy. And what do you do as a citizen of Belarus? How do you feel? That's bull. That's messed up. I don't want to be in this country anymore. Who?
Yeah, apparently the guy knew that what was happening, and so he was pleading with the flight attendants, please, I'm whatever laws that he broke there, trying to incite riots and dissidents and all this crap. It was an executable offense. So he knew that as soon as if he landed in Belarus, he was going to be executed. So he was telling the flight attendants that, hey, please don't do this, because if we land this plane in Belarus, I'm dead. That's the end of it. So he was in total panic mode.
Nah, you know damn well that those flight attendants, that pilot's sorry, bro, you on your own.
That's exactly what they said.
Your life or my life? Sorry, you on your own.
Yep.
So he was essentially the enemy of the state for treason, right?
Yeah.
Essentially how they were. Yeah, but that's government
sad.
went a little too
That's going to make a great documentary though when it comes out. Just fascinating.
Yes, it is.
Not great for him, but just fascinating to see where this goes.
No,
Good
and same with didn't I share with you guys an article of Canadian businessman or an up north businessman?
Justin Bieber?
No. Businessman that got caught for building a submarine somewhere for a drug cartel.
Then you
he was I sent it to you guys. That one's going to be interesting. It was an article that I saw where this guy just was secretly building this underwater thing for drug cartels coming out of South America to Europe, and crazy. Anyways, in Bulgaria, the yes and no is opposite. So you shake this. In America, we shake your head from left to right means no, up and down means yes. Switch that in Bulgaria.
Wouldn't happen.
That's confusing as hell.
Wouldn't happen. Sorry. Good luck surviving here. Go to New York and try that.
Well, go to where Boyce's shirt says.
Philly.
They'd throw cheesesteaks at you, curse at you, pee on your head on the way out.
Throw batteries.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Sea batteries. Good God.
Yeah, we had a player, Scott Rowland, who was one of the highest projected prospects, and he refused to play for us. So he signed with another team. When he came back with that team, they chucked sea batteries at him. Everybody in the outfield in the stands.
Not triple A's, sea batteries.
Yeah.
Those are the big boys.
Chucked them at him in the outfield.
Oh. Well, that dude's boombox ain't going dead for a while.
Scott Rowland. Yep.
All right. Narrowing the list down. Number 2 on the list, Thomas Edison was afraid of the dark.
Thomas Edison was a fraud as well.
Whoa.
When it came to him and Tesla, Edison hired Tesla as an intern. And Tesla had the AC. There was the AC current versus the DC current. And I think AC, which one? One of them was AC, one of them was DC. And Tesla's version was the better of the two. And so because Edison hired him on as the intern, and he had the big head and the big ego, he stifled all of Tesla's work and held it back, even though it was better for the country and for electricity as a whole. I watched a documentary on that too. It's fascinating. It really paints Edison as a total dickhead who suppressed any sort of advancement and improvement with electricity because of his stupid light bulb. And the light bulb companies that are making these things, they actually
like 3
set
of
them
in
to
the front.
die at a certain time. So light bulbs could go on forever, but because the companies grew so big, they created kill points to where the filament
it
would
off,
only
you have to
last
buy
so
more.
long, just so you buy
It
more.
is. That's why there's that tiny, tiny, tiny sliver of filament in it.
Yeah, but Edison's an asshole,
I have a few
just like LeBron James.
here. Okay. Yeah, that was
Had to say it.
Floppy little pancake.
Yeah.
All right, number one.
Drained the game winner though, in that little play-in game, whatever the hell that's called.
It's Golden State, yeah.
Speed of a sneeze.
Ooh. Speed of
126
light.
miles per hour.
Speed of light.
It's what?
Speed of light.
Approximately 160 kilometers an hour.
That's close.
Yeah.
How fast is that?
Huh?
How fast is that?
162.
160.
I'll look it up.
It's crazy that we're the
160
only country
kilometers
that
an
uses
hour.
It's not
stone
that
method.
fast.
I feel like it's
So that is 99.4 miles per hour.
Said 126.
that's pretty fast.
It's,
That's like a pitcher's, some
let's say Randy Johnson.
God, I would never want to get hit by a pitch by him.
Bird did.
Well, yes. That was the top 10 strangest facts you want to know, courtesy of strangelist.com.
Way to cite your resource, baby.
Hey, thank you. I want to give credit where credit is due. Do you boys have anything else? I think Phil sent the Bigfoot picture.
Oh, I did, yes.
Imposter's terrible. Khakis aren't like fit. Oh man, don't look good.
I took that backstage like across away. I was
Yeah,
let me
you
take
did.
a picture of Glenn
You
Caught you-
creeping motherfucker.
mid-stride.
Yeah, not my most shiningest of
When was
moments.
the last time you wore a pair of khakis?
Oh, I
Dude,
could
it's
proudly
true.
say it's been I'm so happy to say like 10 months ago now, or however,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That part of my closet is
Well, even
just
now.
dusty.
Actually, a year since I've worn them, because when even we came back from
It's true.
quarantine opened up, I was with the department where I got to wear jeans. So yeah,
That is right.
it's been
You're lucky.
a year. Oh man, I probably wore khakis like going out to dinner sometime or somewhere, something nice. But other than that,
You wore on Easter.
That's right. The Easter.
I did.
So you look nice, man. Your V-neck, and
Every now and again,
I was about to call you John
What's up?
Pierre on that one.
John Pierre Fettis.
Mhm.
And on that note, that is episode 18 of the Laid Off Lads podcast. Thank you all very much again for continuing to listen, like, love, download, and continue to support us. We are enjoying doing this and continuing on this adventure. If you have any things you want to hear, any concerns, questions, whatnot, you can reach out to us on any of our social media, or you can just go to laidofflads.com. Type in a little something there on the homepage, and that'll be sent to our email, which is laidofflads@gmail.com. And you find us on Instagram and Facebook. And for all of your podcasting needs, we are on the major ones, I guess you can say. So Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. And if you want to see our pretty smiling faces, YouTube.
Your knee is bouncing.
I know. It's, damn it. Does
Always
anybody
jerking
know,
off.
like, what a home remedy? Look, no hands.
Say,
Oh,
Anybody know a home remedy? God damn it. All right.
I was
bye.
gonna say, you gotta hide your
We'll
hands.
talk to you next week. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for listening to the Laid Off Lads podcast. And if you're hiring, well, you know where to find us.